naturopath right here in Hermitage. Today we're talking about diabetes. If you've been struggling with diabetes, if you've not known what to do to help reverse the symptoms of diabetes, I want to tell you a little bit about how diabetes works and what have you. If it's type 1, that's genetic, and you're not going to reverse it, but you want to keep it as controlled as possible. Don't eat all this crazy sugar stuff and develop more and more problems even though you're type 1. But if you're type 2, that's a lifestyle-induced thing. That means you ate wrong. You did something wrong. You put in the wrong type of food into your body, whatever. Something's wrong in the body that can be reversed. That's what that means. So type 1, not being able to be reversed. Type 2, yes, can be reversed. Matter of fact, I've not seen it in my office. Everyone who did the program, it didn't take longer than 6 months ever. And so if you're type 2 diabetes, one of the complications of being diabetic is that the blood sugar will start to affect your eyesight. So in many cases, we end up with diabetic retinopathy or even going blind. Another complication of the sugar going into your body is it can cause problems with neuropathy. Neuropathy is where you start to lose the amount of blood that's in the blood vascular bed in the feet. And the more you lose it, the more numbness and tingling that you get. And the longer it's in there, eventually it leads to amputations. And being diabetic is the number one cause of amputations in the world right now. Another complication of being diabetic is kidney problems. But it's not because of the sugar, it's because of all the medications that you're on that are destroying the kidneys. And so we see more kidney transplants, more kidney problems, and even more dialysis in people who have diabetes than anything else. So going blind, going where you lose your feet or even get amputations, or losing kidneys, if that wasn't enough, it makes you twice as likely to develop Alzheimer's when you're diabetic type 2. Matter of fact, they've developed a category called diabetes type 3, which they call Alzheimer's. So we don't want sugar to be that high of levels in your body. It affects your brain. It affects how your feet work. It affects your vision. Can we just all agree it affects everything in your life? So if you've been struggling with balancing your blood sugar, we have a system in place that shows you how to reverse the diabetes. Notice I didn't say cure. We're not talking about curing a disease. What that means is that you're better and can eat all the cake or all the sugar, all the sweet that you want and never go back to being diabetic. No, it has to be a lifestyle change. So when you're ready and say, you know what, I want to get rid of my diabetes symptoms, I want to help reverse this thing as much as it can be reversed, then I'll show you a natural way of reversing this. And this very specifically, what we teach you is different than the ADA. American Dietetic or American Diabetic is different than either one of those. They're teaching you how to manage your condition, which is completely different than teaching you how to reverse your condition. So their recommendations are going to say, here's how to manage, and you're going to stay diabetic. And then our recommendations are, here's how to get rid of and reverse. That's a better word, reverse. And that one is going to be how you reverse it is totally different than how you manage it. And so I want to teach you everything that you need to know. Depending on what your problems are, that depends on how the program goes. So we look at your blood work. We look at what you've done for yourself so far, your eating habits, your exercise habits, all of your life and what you can do. And then we go, okay, here's your plan. Once we have the plan, then you can just step by step follow it. It's real simple. Matter of fact, we tell people if you're going on a cruise next week, that's okay. We can teach you how to eat while you're on a cruise and still reverse your diabetes. It's not something that's really terrible. You can eat out at restaurants. You can cook at home, whatever. We teach you the right way of doing it. We teach you how to get healthy. I've got great testimonies from people that say, not only did my diabetes reverse, my heart disease got better, my thyroid got better, my overall energy went up. Man, I'm telling you, who would love to have more energy? I'm raising my hand on that one. We all would like a little more energy. Well, if you balance your blood sugars out right, your energy starts to go through the roof. You want more energy, let's get your sugar balance. So if you want to find out more, obviously there's only so much I can put in a short video here, but just let you know that it is possible to reverse that diabetes. We're not talking about curing or treating a disease. We're talking about helping you to have a better lifestyle. So if you have diabetes, interact with me a little bit. Put down on the bottom, yes, that's me, I'm diabetic. If you have questions about the program, anything you want to know about the program, I don't know pricing, so that's one everybody's going to ask, and I don't know that until I meet with you and figure out how far along you are, how many medications you're on, how long it's going to take you to get there. and then we can talk about that personally. But anything else about the program, put in the comment section below, ask a question. I'll get back to it as soon as I can get to it, and I'll help you out. If you want to come right in and say, I'm dedicated, I want to do it now, I want to get better, and I want to not be diabetic anymore, if that's possible, then I'm going to say call the office at 724-342-2225, and I'll be glad to talk to you, see if there's anything that can be done. We'll look at your blood work, we'll look at everything that's going on with you, and then go from there. So give us a call. I'll be glad to meet with you, and I'll talk to you soon.